All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the resonator and how that's made and how it works and the parts that go into it, and then I'm going to show you how we make one of the parts. So here's a concert resonator, which is about ready for finish. In fact, it is ready for finish. And I've just laid the cover plate on here so I can show you how it's going to go. This cover plate is decorative and it just protects everything that's inside. Under that cover plate, there will be a wooden bridge and biscuit that the strings will go over, and that sits there. And this, which is really the guts of the resonator, is the cone, the resophonic cone. We get ours from National Instruments. It's a great cone. It's very lively with great volume and punch and sustain. So that cone just sits inside this Soundwell and it floats inside this Soundwell. Here's one of the biscuits that will go on top of that, and the fret slots will get cut in that. Here you go, Aaron. Thank you. So that cone is sitting in this wooden Soundwell, which is turned out of cherry or maple. We've tested a lot of woods and those are the best. And here's what that Soundwell looks like after it's been turned and right before it goes into the body. And this provides most of the bracing for the resonator top. It's very solid and secure, and you can see this lip here that the cone sits on, and I'm now going to show you how these are made. So we start with a big piece of maple. It's just a board. I'm just going to show you what the board might look like. 24 inches long and maybe 6 to 8 inches high, like that. And we then cut an exact angle here so that when these pieces come together, it's a 6-sided little hexagon. And with some band clamps and glue, this, which is called a stave, like is used in barrels, wine barrels and the like, we construct this stave. Here's what that stave looks like after it's been mounted to the lathe. It is mounted to this, what we call waste block. And in this case, that stave, you can still see those 6 pieces here. And I have turned this so it's the exact diameter that I want for the outside of my Soundwells. And it's a nice smooth circle. And then I cut the Soundwells out of here like that. It's like slices. So let me just show you how that's done. The first thing I do is get the outer diameter just where I want it. So that's already been done. And if you look inside here, you can see that it's still rough. And you can still see those stave pieces. So let's just go and turn it. Now I've got a great surface for gluing. Next thing I'm going to do is check my diameter. So I've got these calipers, and I want to check the inner diameter here, and I want it to be exactly those calipers, that diameter. So it starts out that way, but then it gets too thick in there. Got a nice, taken a lot of wood out there. I've gotten rid of those inside the stave, but I can feel here that it's just getting thicker and thicker, which is fine. Now I'm going to take this tool and clean that inside up. I stop it often and check it. Pretty good. Gets a little bit tight right in there. And let me just clean that up. Great. All right, now I've got to turn that little lip that the cone sits in. These are the calipers I use for that. That's perfect. And I check for depth. Yep, want to go down just about 1/16 of an inch more. That's perfect. I want to cut it off at 7/8 of an inch down. Use my parting tool for this. And there it is. We'll clean that up just a bit. That's ready to go. Someone's going to get a nice new resonator.